Hip-hop ain't been the same since Tupac moved to Cuba on us.
Hip-hop ain't been the same since Tupac moved to Cuba on us.
Best rapper alive.
Tupac.
Best rapper alive.
Tupac.
Best rapper alive. Tupac.
Hip-hop ain't been the same since Tupac moved to Cuba on us.
Hip-hop ain't been the same since Tupac moved to Cuba on us.
Technique. Damn prayers, they got something they want to say.
Where do I start at?
Let me go.
Check me, Chad. When Tupac come back, beef is on W. You wonder why the black and Latin people don't.
You and Tupac were really close.
Mm-hmm.
I remember there was an interview you did. It was on the red carpet somewhere. And, you know, after the interview ended, they put the camera down, but I guess it was still recording. And it sounded like you said, like, the last time you saw Pac was in Cuba.
Nah, I smoke a lot of weed. I don't remember that far back.
You know, Tupac did study Machiavelli, and Machiavelli was someone that did fake his own death.
Yeah, Pac was a jack of all trades. He could pull off a lot of things. I mean, I'm loyal. If I know anything, won't nobody else know. If he wanted to be seen, or if he wanted people not to think he was here, I'm rolling with him in whatever he wanted to do.
A single NSA computer does more than 100 CIA agents. We monitor the world's communications. If you're talking, the NSA is listening.
Just happened to have officers in the spot, right spot at the right time. We're able to radio ahead, and we were fortunate to have this caravan of cars stop before any other incidents took place.
Did I hear correctly that the flight for life was brought in?
I was not told a flight for life about it. Yes, I will double check that. Yeah, I'll double check that for you.
Far down the street when it happened, we didn't know if we heard gunshots, or we didn't really know exactly what we heard. We heard a lot of screaming, a lot of cars screeching. We were just hanging out, taking photos at the time. We ran up the street as cops were running past us, and by the time we got here, they were already taking, which now I found out was Tupac, into the helicopter away. He had been shot. By the time we got here, they were already taking, which now I found out was Tupac, into the helicopter away. He had been shot. Into the helicopter.
Into the helicopter.
One thing you gotta realize, the whole world know I hate rats, I hate snitches. I ain't into telling. So people always wanna know, is Pac dead, is Pac alive? I'm the wrong motherfucker to ask. But I tell you this, if you try to find a person who cremated Tupac, after he supposed to cremated Tupac, he retired and vanished into the sun, into the sunset, into the darkness.
Question, sir. Where do you think then where Tupac might be living if he's really alive, man?
Hey, but one thing you gotta realize one thing. For as my homies and our crew, for as that red team, ain't no telling around here. We don't do no telling. So wherever Pac supposed to be at is where he's supposed to be at. about it, right?
Right.
Why you think nobody been arrested if they said they didn't want to kill Tupac?
Because they're snitching to the police, so they ain't
Not
gonna get
just
arrested.
to snitch and be smart, son. Because Tupac not
I ain't
dead.
as smart as you should be.
Tupac not dead. If he was dead, they'd be arresting those dudes for murder. You know he's somewhere smoking a Cuban cigar on the island
you're doing
somewhere.
right
You
now.
know what I mean?
Did I hear correctly that the Flight for Life was brought in?
I was not told a flight about it.
By the time we got here, they were already taking, which now I found out was Tupac, into the helicopter away. He had been shot.
Into the helicopter.
But I tell you this, if you try to find a person who cremated Tupac, after he supposed cremated Tupac, he retired and vanished into the sun, into the sunset, into the darkness.
Were you a fan of his music before doing this movie?
Certainly, because my father produced for Tupac.
Recently, Suge Knight's son Suge Knight Jr. said on Instagram that Tupac never left us and that he is still alive and well living in Malaysia. Soon after the post he says he was threatened to be silent and also that someone was following him.
Real shit, bro. I'm not fucking playing. Y'all, I'm not fucking playing at all. Niggas is out here following me and shit, bro. I can't even fucking sit at the light. Like, fuck this. Like, I gotta fucking go. Fuck this, bro.
He also posted pictures and video of what looks like an older Tupac, even reposting pictures of Tupac with 50 Cent and Beyonce pics long thought to be fake. Could this be more proof that Tupac is alive? Could he really be living in Malaysia? You be the judge.
Reported on several websites in 2017, posted March 21st, 2017. Chris Brown claims he met Tupac recently, and then it goes on to say how much of a shocker it is if someone tells you that they were hanging out with someone that's been long dead. And it says, well, one of America's celebrated R&B singers, Chris Brown, posted a purported picture of him and the late Tupac on his Facebook account, and it was accompanied with words bragging about how Tupac endorsed him. The singer posted about meeting Pac in a nightclub on Sunday night, plus claiming that he, Tupac, does not feel the current U.S. rapper's vibe, but instead said that C Breezy, as he calls himself, got the singing career on another level. And then Chris Brown goes on to say, haters gonna say it's photoshopped, shake my head, LOL. Well, obviously, anybody could tell that's fake. It just looks really fake, you guys, in my opinion. But anyway, I digress. Chris Brown goes on to say, met Pac in the club last night. He ain't feeling most of you non-rapping ass rappers, but said, Breezy, you got this singing thing on lock. Chris Brown said. So I just found the story on this website. Like I said, it was reported on several websites. And the story goes on to say, this is controversial, and unless he met Tupac's ghost, he couldn't have been, because Chris Brown was only 7 when Pac passed. So yeah, you guys, what do you think of that? Do you think Tupac is really alive? And the only thing I would say was this picture looks so fake, it's unreal. They tried to make it look real, but it's just the Tupac, you can tell that's from a 90s photograph. And then you see I don't know what they try to do with Chris Brown, but you see right there in the middle of the picture where that's deleted away, where it doesn't look consistent, that's how you can tell it's fake. There's some kind of black splotch of paint in the back, and then Chris Brown looks bigger than Tupac. Look, his hands are bigger than Tupac's hands, and his head everything's bigger than Tupac, but he's supposed to be behind Tupac, and anybody would know he would be a little bit littler if the perspective was correct. He wouldn't be bigger than it's just too many things that are wrong with this picture and make it look fake. So yeah, I don't know why Chris Brown said that. What do you guys think? Unless Tupac really is hanging out with modern day celebrities, when he faked his death like everyone thinks. At the end of the story, it said Tupac was recently inducted into the Hall of Fame, and that Chris Brown's probably trying to ride his coattails on that. So I kind of agree with that. I want to believe that Chris Brown was hanging out with Tupac and Tupac faked his death and he's still alive, except the Tupac in the picture looks like the 25-year-old Tupac, and he would be older, way older. And secondly, I don't think he would be saying that he thinks Chris Brown is all good and everyone else is garbage. No, okay. He would be lumping Chris Brown right in there. That's pretty funny. Chris Brown's got a lot of nerve. But anyways, guys, let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think this is more proof that Tupac is still alive and he's not aging? Or is this just Chris Brown looking for attention, sadly? What he does best. Let me know in the comments, guys. Thank you. Tupac is Still Alive, Part 2. Part 2. Did Tupac Shakur really die in September of 1996 in Las Vegas? Or could he have faked his death? Was the shooting of Tupac really a hit gone wrong on Suge Knight? Could Tupac's DNA have been used to create a clone, or multiple clones of him? We'll examine these theories and more in the following program.
Man who claims he helped Tupac fake his death claims he faked his own death to prove rapper is still alive. Michael Nice previously claimed Tupac had been smuggled into Cuba. Michael Nice, who was formerly Tupac's bodyguard, was reported to have died in December 2018, days before he was set to release evidence he claimed proved Tupac was still alive. In a video uploaded to YouTube, he told viewers, "My name is Michael Nice. I faked my death on the 18th of December, 2018, and I'm here today, back from the dead, to show why and how I faked my death. I'm going to put the record straight." He continued to acknowledge that his reappearance would be a shock to all the people who know me, but said he would explain everything. "I confess I faked my death and I feel quite ashamed about it, but it had to be done and I'm here now to explain the reasons why," he said. Nice added that faking his own death proved that he had the capabilities to fake Tupac's death. He said he had been receiving death threats before he died and would be dead now if he hadn't faked his death.
First, let's take a look at a story about Suge Knight speaking on the assassination of Tupac Shakur. The Suge Knight comments.
The Suge Knight comments.
Suge Knight claims his ex-wife and former death row bodyguard killed Tupac. Ex-death row CEO has known for many years that Reggie Wright Jr. and his ex-wife Sharitha were behind the murder. April 4, 2017. Suge Knight was driving the black BMW in which Tupac was shot on September 13, 1996. Through a signed affidavit from his attorney, Thaddeus Culpepper, the former Death Row Records CEO now claims that he was the intended target of the drive-by shooting, and that Knight was known for many years that Reggie Wright Jr. and his ex-wife Sharith Golden were behind the murder of Tupac and attempted the murder night. He also alleges the attack was part of Sharith's attempt to gain control over Death Row. The affidavit was taken by former LAPD detective Russell Poole, now deceased. In 2015, Poole told Vice that he believed Sharitha and Wright Jr. were indeed behind the murder as part of a coup of Death Row Records. Suge wasn't divorced yet, and if he died in that hit, she'd get most of everything, said Poole. So she went to Wright Jr., who was in charge of Death Row, and ran it while Suge was in prison. Knight's decision to finally speak on the matter came after filmmakers Richard Bond and Michael Douglas Carlin revealed the salient points of their new documentary, Tupac Assassination: Battle for Compton, to Culpepper. The lawyer relayed the information to Knight, who admitted to Culpepper that the theories in the movie were true, according to the Daily Mail. Culpepper's affidavit, dated July 18, 2015, is featured in the film. Wright Jr. has faced accusations about his involvement in Tupac's murder for years, and is quick to point out that many who throw around such accusations end up dead. "I believe in karma," he said. "All these people are dropping dead. I keep telling people God don't like ugly. I hope people learn a lesson from this." In addition to Poole, Tupac's former bodyguards Michael Moore and Frank Alexander have also died, and Wright Jr. thinks Tupac's assassination director Bond is next. "I ain't predicting no death on anybody, but they better get themselves right," Wright Jr. warned. "They better stop with all this bullcrap they've been promoting, because they're all dying like flies around here."
In recent years, we've seen a resurgence. Biggie and Pac are always legends in the game and are never far from the conversation. When you consult on projects like this, does it reopen fresh wounds and make you a little sad? Are you happy that a story's still being told? How do you feel when these type of projects come about?
I knew that we were going to be legends. Pac knew he was going to be a legend. We knew we were on a legendary track back then. So with that, dealing with post-Pac, post the legend, but it's not really post because he's still alive. So therefore, I'm trying to look out for my brother and his legacy and his memory as usual. It is difficult. Everybody can't do it. But I know I had to develop a thick skin in order to, deal with our life in entertainment and the circumstances that we are here. You know, so I think that Pac would want to be remembered. I think he would want justice. I think he would want people to still be talking about him. So it all falls into the vein of what he would want. Now, he may not have approved of these police and, you know, being able to do their stories before I got to do mine, or anybody in the family got to do theirs. However, this is life. This is these are the circumstances, and we're gonna handle it the best way possible. So, with that, dealing with post-Pac, you know, post the legend, but it's not really post because he's still alive. So therefore, you know, I'm trying to look out for my brother and his legacy and his memory as usual.
Dealing with post-Pac, you know, post the legend, but it's not really post because he's still alive.
The many Tupac theories.
The many Tupac theories.
Did Tupac fake his own death? Rumored sightings of rapper from Belize to Cuba. Many theorists are convinced he faked his own death, with various sightings cropping up around the world. June 2020. Tupac Shakur was just 25 years old when he was shot 4 times in a drive-by shooting outside Las Vegas Club 662 in September 1996. He died of his injuries 6 days later. The Changes rapper would have turned 49 this year, and his death is widely regarded as one of the most devastating losses in the hip-hop community of all time. However, there are many skeptics who still believe Tupac is alive and well and faked his own death. The conspiracy was first sparked by Tupac's bodyguard, who claimed that he helped cover up the star's death and smuggled him to Cuba. There have been many alleged sightings of the rap star in the years since, with celebs including Kim Kardashian question if there's a chance he could still be alive. We take a look at all the times Tupac has been spotted since his apparent murder. Filmmaker Rick Boss is to explore a number of conspiracies in his new film Tupac, The Great Escape from UMC. Boss believes Tupac fled to New Mexico after faking his own death. He believes he made the escape after discovering a plan to kill him and used a body double, or escaped Vegas in a helicopter. Boss told Upton, "This movie is about Tupac actually escaping from the University Medical Center here in Vegas and relocating to New Mexico, getting protection from the Navajo tribe." In 2018, a snap emerged of the rapper appearing to be sat in the crowd at the BET Awards in America. The man had facial hair similar to Tupac and was wearing one of his signature bandanas tied around his head and sported a nose piercing. In January 2020, private investigator Jimmy Poole claimed he had proof Tupac is alive and well and living in Belize. Poole has been looking into Tupac's death for years after becoming interested in the case. He recently shared a photo to his YouTube page that he claims shows Tupac in his 40s and posing with a fan at a restaurant. Poole also released an audio clip which he claims contains Tupac speaking. In his transcript, Poole claims that Tupac says, "God's great and let me come back in his 40s or whatever. Damn man, I'm fine. I ain't got no problems with nobody. I wish peace and happiness, there is nowhere else to go, nobody else wanted to take me. But all I kept in my mind is one day I'll be back." The investigator is convinced the audio is real and said the rapper intended to put out a message to his loyal fans to let them know he's planning a return.
You know, God, great, let me come back. You know, in his 40s or whatever. Damn, man, I'm fine. You know, God, great, let me come back. You know, in his 40s or whatever. Damn, man, I'm fine. I ain't mad. I don't got no problems with nobody. I wish peace and happiness. There wasn't nowhere else to go. No one else wanted to take me. I was like, you know, all I kept in my mind was one day I'll be back. I was like, you know, all I kept in my mind was one day I'll be back.
Conspiracists have also bought into the theory that Tupac is living incognito in a small Cuban town. Locals in Old Havana have claimed to have seen the star wandering around the town on numerous occasions. Videos of men looking remarkably like him have added further fuel to the idea. Conspiracy theorist Michael Nice previously alleged he helped smuggle Tupac into Cuba with the aid of former President Fidel Castro. Nice claims there was a hit out on Tupac and plans were put in place to help him get out when he was injured by the shooting. A couple years back, Hustler website claimed that Tupac was still alive and had been seen outside of a nightclub. To illustrate the story, they published a photo of the rapper posing with pop diva Beyoncé. The snap shows the man looking straight to the camera while Bey put an arm around his chest. Another unknown source has shared a snap of 50 Cent and Tupac online, which many conspiracy theorists are convinced is the real deal. Edit: actually the Beyoncé and 50 Cent Tupac pictures are well-known fakes. Kim Kardashian has also got involved in the conversation. Back 2012 she shared a photo to Instagram with the caption, "Tupac is alive and working?" The accompanying image showed a man looking very much like the late rapper dressed in a navy jumpsuit handing out paperwork. In 2019, conspiracy theorists claimed to see Tupac alive and well in footage unearthed from 2011. A film of the Occupy Wall Street protest in New York shows a man looking like Tupac wearing a yellow rain poncho in a crowd. The male figure appears for just a few short seconds, but for many it was enough to convince them that Tupac was not killed and has instead made a new life for himself out of the spotlight.
The Tupac DNA clone theories.
The Tupac DNA clone theories.
Many have claimed Tupac was cloned and give examples of people who look remarkably like him. Could the actor Demetrius Shipp Jr. be a DNA replica of Tupac Shakur? Could Akil the MC be the original Tupac, or could he even be possibly a clone or a lookalike?
I seen somebody said Tupac is coming back this year and stuff. Well, I've been back, you know, as far as they saying Tupac coming back this year. I've been fucking here. You just recognizing the shit and stuff, you know. So yeah, I don't know. Jamal sold out, but he did. I don't know. You know, people gotta do what they need to do and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Hey Jay-Z, where you at? Sean Carter. Now this nigga scared. What the fuck is up now? Niggas is scared now. Niggas is on scared, and I'm fucking on video. What the fuck you scared of, homie? Fucking crazy. Mr. Sean Carter, little fake ass Jay-Z motherfucker. Yeah, nah, niggas is backing up now. Y'all niggas want to back up. I'm fucking on the video. I can't even come through the goddamn phone, but y'all niggas is backing up now. We will expose you, bro. Sean Carter, nigga, you will never expose me. If there is nothing to expose, bro, get the fuck off my line. Sean Carter, you's a fucking asshole. You's an asshole and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Where y'all niggas live at, bro? Where you live at? Where y'all at, bro? Where you at, bro? If you love Tupac, nigga, when you gonna go to where he at? Why wouldn't you come find me? Huh? Why wouldn't you come find me? Just like I thought. You know what I'm saying? Yo, you good, Akil. We from Normandy. Y'all, man, for sure. Y'all, man, come on, you know? I'm from Florence and Normandy. Literally. It ain't hard to find. You in England, bro. Man, as much as I done been in England, bro, where you at, bro? Where you be at? As much as I done been up in England, bro. When have you came to any show to go see Tupac in person? I done performed in Brixton Academy. I done been in Manchester. I done been all over Birmingham. I done been all over fucking UK. Where you at? When you gonna show up? I'm in Springfield, Massachusetts and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, bro. I'm here. Always been here and stuff. 83rd and Normandy, homie. You know what I'm saying? Big up L Funny Gear. You know what I'm saying? Brothers know, bro. My best friend is football and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Hit Reginald Denny with that brick and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So stop playing, bro. It's too many people that know me for real in the streets of LA. See if I'm a real person. Look me in my face. Look me in my face. Touch my hand. Shake my hand, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You never touched Tupac's hand. You never seen Tupac and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So how would you even know if I was or not him and stuff? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to get at your ass. Come on with the bullshit, bro. Keep it real. If you's a real nigga, keep it real and stuff. You know what I'm saying? That ain't keeping it real and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Do I come to East Atlanta and stuff? I'm all around, bro. Where you at, Sean Carter? Where you at? I'm all around, bro. I'm all around. And I mean, you know, feel free to pull up and stuff. I don't have no bodyguards. Ain't nobody gonna run up on you and stuff, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? None of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's just me, homie. You'll see me and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Walking the streets, everywhere, bro. You'll see me, bro. I'm not no type of bodyguard type of nigga and stuff. You know what I'm saying? If you see me, you see me, bro. That's all that is and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Death. From somebody that died and that so nobody else would know who that person was. Who would have surgery and fuck up the surgery, bro? Why would I even look like saying why would I fucking cut my eyebrows off? Why would I fucking look like the person that I am, bro? Bro.
Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
An alleged photo of Tupac Shakur taken one day after the rapper was supposedly killed sparks wild conspiracy theories that he faked his death. The photo appears to show the rapper hours after he was gunned down, when authorities insist he was in the hospital fighting for his life. In a report for The Sun by John Lockett in May of 2019, a conspiracy theorist has come out with the picture allegedly showing Tupac Shakur after he was supposedly killed. In another excerpt from the story, murdered Tupac Shakur was pictured in public just one day after he was targeted by a mystery gunman, claim conspiracy theorists. According to the authorities, the superstar rapper was murdered in a drive-by shooting in Las Vegas in September 1996 when he was shot in his black BMW with Suge Knight. The new images claim to be of Tupac taken the day after he was shot in Las Vegas. Tupac was seen wearing a very similar shirt the day of his shooting. However, a photo has now been published which appears to show Tupac hours after he was gunned down, when the authorities insist he was in the hospital fighting for his life. A man resembling Tupac Shakur is seen pictured in an orange shirt similar to the one the star wore on the morning of the shooting. A conspiracy theorist only known as Danny said his source, who he claims is a friend of Tupac's family, confirmed the image was taken after the shooting. Danny says, quote, "He said, this is for sure September 7th, right? This is what everybody thinks, but this is wrong," unquote. Just hours before the shooting of Tupac Shakur and his entourage were involved in a casino fight with gang member Orlando Anderson. Tupac was seen wearing an orange shirt during the altercation with Anderson. He reportedly changed into a green basketball vest shortly after the fight, via reports the Daily Star. Danny added, quote, "After he got into a fight with Orlando Anderson, he went to his room and changed into the green tank top, the one we saw him wearing when he was sitting in the BMW with Suge supposedly before he got shot and faked his death. This is when all the things began to get fishy. This picture right here is actually the day following September 7th. This picture was taken without Pac's knowledge and without anybody else knowing," unquote. Danny claims his source said, quote, "This is from September 8th, the morning after planning to get the hell out of there," unquote. Yet there is no evidence to back up the claim. A screenshot from a 2006 video called Amsterdam to LA is said to star the late Tupac 10 years after his death, according to many conspiracy theorists. There have been many Tupac Shakur sightings since his death in 1996, from Los Angeles to Cuba, many of them with pictures as proof. In 2019, it was claimed the American rapper was still alive and starred in a music video 10 years after he was shot dead. But since his death, wild conspiracy theories have circulated, claiming the rapper is still alive and only went into hiding. The man in the video looks similar to Tupac. He is bald and has the same shaped mustache that the singer had, but the video does not prove the real identity of the person. Since the video was uploaded on March 19, 2019, it has amassed thousands of views and hundreds of comments. The channel's other videos at the time were all related to Tupac's death. Another recent conspiracy theory claimed that Tupac is alive and living secretly in an LA prison after new evidence of a man matching Tupac's description surfaced on an American inmate information website. Earlier this year, producer Suge Knight's son started a rumor that Tupac was alive and planning to release new music with rapper Cardi B. And many know rap mogul Suge Knight has claimed Tupac faked his death. There's a lot of different conspiracy theories about Tupac, but I definitely have not heard the one about him being in prison. Many who investigate Tupac's case believe he went into hiding, along with many conspiracy theorists. Could this really be a picture of Tupac after he was supposedly shot, when he was supposed to be in the hospital recovering? Let me know what you think in the comments.
Fact, fantasy, and history have come together to tease the imagination. Stories that defy our imagination.
And a member of
Tupac Shakur's entourage, a witness to the shooting that left the rapper mortally wounded, has himself been killed. The murder on Sunday is further complicating an investigation already hindered by uncooperative witnesses. UPN's Sue Keenan has the story.
He was a rapper who toured with Tupac Shakur. 19-year-old Yafeu Fula was shot in the head early Sunday morning. The reports Fula's death was in some way connected to the fact he'd been part of Tupac Shakur's entourage the night he was gunned down 2 months ago in Las Vegas.
People have ass rap this, and you know what I'm saying? Witness the Tupac murder, ain't got nothing to do with that. Well, he just fell a victim to the street. This Essex County ain't got nothing to do with nothing else.
It's just sad that he had to go at 19, you know.
Many friends now mourning his death believed Fula and Shakur were half-brother. It is clear they were close. Both shown here with the West Side symbol that stands for gangster rap. And while the investigation is continuing, police at this point do not believe there is any connection between the murders of the two men. Sue Keenan, UPN News 13.
Making sure that your food, clothing, and shelter are covered. Focus on the thing that you do best, right? And hone it and sharpen it like the sharpest blade you've ever seen. And you can slice through life.
It ain't about the bill, that's not keeping it real. A lot of tight rappers out here ain't got no deal.
We appeal to the brothers with flow finesse, cause it's the hunt. Cause it's the hunt. It's the hunt.
So let's take it back to the concrete streets. Original beats with real live MCs.
You know, or black and stuff. It's like, what nation is black? Where's the black nation?
There is none.
What's the black language? You know what I'm saying? What is black food?
What is
it doesn't exist and stuff. And then, you know, you got
we've been saying it loud and proud.
Yeah, Negro,
you know,
black, you know, but it don't mean nothing. No. You know, it doesn't mean nothing. A French person that looks black, you know what I'm saying, won't say that he's black.
He's French.
He's French and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And black people in England will say, I'm English.
Yeah. That's right.
You know, Jamaicans gonna say they're Jamaican and stuff. You know, only in America you say, I'm black, I'm white.
Well, they've trapped the people there in the laws. That's why they've done that. So that they don't know that the land actually belongs to them.
Face the situation with dedication, great expectation. On our committed unified relation. We rebel our breakers in tribulation. And travel and face the situation with dedication. Yo, let's take it back to the concrete street. Original things, the real life vaccines. Playground tactics, the rabbit and the hat tricks. Just like classic, fashion from Jurassic. Let's take it back to the concrete streets. Original beats for real life MCs. Playground tactics.
How you doing?
Hey, Jude.
من یک از سیاف شهر ویسا.
Close call. Bavaria Radler. Lekker relaxed.
I mean, he hasn't been spotted with us. I mean, my thing is that motherfucker. I mean, if he my man. So if he wanted people think that he's alive, then I'm gonna help him with that kind of shit. I've never seen him dead. I didn't go to no funeral. We didn't parade his body around the streets like everybody else. Like, you know, I mean, I don't know what the fuck is going on. I really don't, you know, I don't pay no attention to that shit. What? You probably do be seeing him, but his plan is working to fucking perfection. Nobody's gonna believe that's him after all this time. Everybody is gonna be paying attention to whatever they're paying attention to. You can say I saw Tupac at Walmart, and everybody gonna be like, oh yeah, or it was a lookalike.